Nostalgia is a very weird phenomenon. You will think that something was so great based on all the good memories it brought you when you were younger, but when you think about it deeply and for a good while, you realize it was never that good. Like a TV show or a game, in this case, King's Canyon and Inuyasha. King's Canyon can be called the Inuyasha of Apex Legends, a map carried by its nostalgia, and was never really that good. Inuyasha was also not that good. You just woke up to red flowers and Shishamaru looking like the flyest person in all of anime on top of his father's dead body. You swore this was a great anime until you took the time out to watch it and realized it was never that good, just like King's Canyon. But what makes King's Canyon a bad map? This map, no matter how much nostalgia it brings you, has an absurd amount of choke points. Trying to rotate late game on this map will guarantee you that you get gatekeep and die to the storm, because by the time you get near the POI you want to go to, there's a team holding the choke point at the POI, and you are now forced to take that fight or leave and try to find a different way to rotate towards zone or to a different POI, and try to find a different way to rotate towards the POI. And if it's zone 3, I assure you, you are going to take that fight because you aren't going to suffer a full rotation in zone 3 damage. And no, it's not just at one location at the map. There are cursed choke points and rotation all over the map. 98% of this map consists of choke points. Nostalgia is a huge selling factor for King's Canyon, because if you ask any Season 0 player about King's Canyon, they'll tell you about Skull Town and all the other old locations on the map, and also the layout and design of it. But now the map is a shadow of itself, and most people who say that it's a good map are blinded by this nostalgia because of Skull Town and other old POIs. Mainly what you hear players talking about King's Canyon, it's always about these old POIs, and it's never anything positive after that. Just like our days of waking up to the Inuyasha theme song and hot flashes in the middle of the night, we eventually grew out of this phase and also moved on to greener pastures, whether that be better animes or in this case better maps. Player base and also the legends in the game itself outgrew the map. The map has been around since the existence of Apex. Player base has also been through the evolutions of the map and all the changes, and we eventually as a community outgrew the map. We know how the map is played and how bad this map is compared to the others, whether you want to admit it or not. We outgrew this map, and also the legends as well. One key example of a legend that completely breaks this map is Valk. You might say she does that with every map, but that isn't the case with Valk. With Valk on King's Canyon, you are able to ult over every single mountain on King's Canyon. Every single one of them. There are points on the other 3 maps that Valk can't ult over. That just proves how much the game has progressed past King's Canyon. That just proves how much the game has progressed past King's Canyon, that even the game's own characters has outgrown the map as well.